Hello, and welcome back to Quest for Glory. So you want to be a hero? I'm Vexx. If you recall, in our last video, we had spoken with the extremely long-winded Guildmaster of the Adventurers Hall. Adventurers Guild, I should say. Wolfgang, and the lovely Centaurus. Is that even a word? Oh well. Hilda. This video might be slightly longer than others, as I'd like to finish up with the township of Spielburg and possibly get outside for a little bit. So we are going to start off by going into this dry goods store right in the center of the screen. If you recall what Wolfgang said, it is run by Casper, who I joked with is being dead. He wishes to be an adventurer. Actually, before we go inside, let's check our stats. See what's gone up. Oh, stealth's gone up to 51. As I mentioned earlier, stats in the first game anyway go up to a maximum of 100. So at this point, we are 51% stealthy, which is pretty good considering all we've done is wander around town. Alright, now let's go into the dry goods store finally. This looks like a dry goods store, but it smells like a musty library. The stove feels nice on such a crisp day. Behind the counter and on the shelves, there are a variety of items for sale. The shopkeeper appears to be ignoring you while he reads a book. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice you coming in. My, you look like an adventurer. Not a particularly bright one, but an adventurer. We don't see too many around here. The brigands tend to get rid of most adventurers before they make it to town. I do try to stock some things adventurers can use. I actually would rather be an adventurer than a shopkeeper, you see. But I'm a little old. My items are pretty ordinary, though. You probably already have most of them if you've done any adventuring at all. Well, we haven't. Actually, before we start talking, why don't we look around this shop? That's his teapot. The barrels appear to be filled with flour and salt, and look rather heavy. It's the Matador's red key, apparently repaired after he waved in front of a minotaur. What's these things up here? These look like oversized shields suitable for ogres, goons, and frost giants. You see bottles, jugs, and canned goods. More useful to a housewife than a hero. These jars of beets and sauerkraut look like they were canned locally. One thing I did not mention, at least I don't believe I mentioned, is that each of the Quest for Glory games are set in a very, very different locale, similar to places in our own world. As you can gather from the sauerkraut mentioned, this area, Spielburg, you could probably gather from the name as well, is very reminiscent of a Germanic area. Anyway, let us speak with Casper finally. Let's ask his name. I'm Vexx, who are you? Why, that's me, Casper. Didn't the Wolfgang mention his name started with a C? I get the feeling that's just a typo on the programmer's part. Okay, let's go on to talking about adventurer. Oh, I always wanted to be an adventurer. I read about them all the time. The book I was just reading is about adventuring. You know how to read books? Oh, this book? It's about an adventurer who is trying to become a hero. The title is Quest for Glory, A Hero's Death. I guess that's a bit of a pun on what'll happen if we screw up. Let's ask him about equipment. Unfortunately, I have only standard weapons and equipment. I carry daggers and chain armor. Maybe someday I'll be able to carry magic ones, though. Let's ask him about pointy, sharp little stick dagger. Ah, the use of the dagger is a most skillful art. Actually, this particular weapon is longer than most, but still easily concealable, especially for some shady characters in red capes. It's a bargain at 20 silver. What is chain armor? Oh, you can get really good protection from my chain mail armor. It's very heavy though, and I would have to charge you 500 silvers for it. Well, considering we're a thief, that might not be the greatest thing. But then again, we are getting pretty stealthy. Well, he has food, which, as we'll see shortly, is a really good thing. Oh, adventuring rations aren't the tastiest food in the world, but they will keep you healthy and alert as you go along. A pack of 10 rations will cost you just 5 silver. If I remember correctly, you only need a single ration for every day of food. So that equals out to about 2 silvers per ration, which isn't bad, I suppose. Alright, he also has flasks. Oh, it's a very good idea to carry an empty flask or two, in case you want to pick up a liquid or something else that needs a container. Our flasks are a great bargain at 2 silvers each. So, his flasks cost as much as a day's worth of food. Oh, I hope they're important. Alright, he mentioned things about the brigands. Oh, I don't like to talk about people behind their backs. Well, if that's true, wonder if he's going to want us to talk about the sheriff or the centaurus outside. Well, we'll try. Let's talk about sheriff. Though the sheriff and Otto protect his town, the sheriff used to be a real adventurer, you know. Unlike me, who's just old. Hilda, she's got a horse half. Oh, Hilda sells fine produce for a reasonable price. Okay, I believe... Yep, that's all. Well, let's see about buying some things. Well, even if we wanted to buy the armor, we couldn't buy a 60 silver frost firebolt spell. I'm tongue-tied today. From Zara, so I don't think we're going to have 500 for the armor. We do have some money for the flasks, though. We probably will need them. After all, you never know. Here you are. Thank you for your patronage. Let's buy 3, just to be safe. Don't we have some food? How much? We have food for 5 days. I'd say that should be okay. Well, let's head out. Alright, what's this door over here? You see a nicely furnished living room through the window. Wow, we can see through the window from here. That's pretty good. Let's go in there. There's no response. The lock is of a simple type. Oh, I wonder if that means we can pick the lock. But probably not a good idea with Hilda right here. She might call the sheriff. And I don't want to get thrown to jail. Let's go this way. Alright, this looks like the far end of town. Got notes on the doors here. This looks like the bakery. Let's look on the note here. The shop seems to be closed, although there are some dried up cupcakes in the window. There is a sign on the door which says, "Gone fishing." Wasn't it the baker that was hiding from his wife earlier? Or was that the butcher? Well, the butcher is next door. Looks like there's a sign on that door too. It just says "Gone fishing." Wait, so one of these two shop owners is hiding from his wife. They're both fish. No, 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 no. I don't want to think that. No, no, didn't happen. They're just fishing. Yep, they're just fishing. That's all. That's all. All right. Let's go down this alleyway here. This grubby place must be an alley. An alley. Well, I did say we're a dullard. Feels strange here. Colder than the rest of town. There's some barrels discarded here. A beggar holds out a bowl towards you. Alms! Alms for the poor? Alright, so, this is a beggar. Let's see if he'll talk to us. Silver for the poor? Gold for the poor? I don't think he'll talk to us unless we give him money. So, let's bite the bullet. Let's be an altruistic thief. After all, if other games have taught me anything, the beggars can give some decent information. Let's try. Thanks. You know, it's really tough trying to make a living begging in this town since the brigands started scaring away all the trade. This used to be such a nice place to live. My advice to you is not to take up begging. It doesn't pay. And don't go out at night. Who would have figured? Don't beg. I think that's probably something that none of our mothers had to tell us. We just kind of figured out on our own. But then again, Vexx isn't exactly smart. Let's talk to this guy. Begging? A beggar gets cash only when others get cash. And nobody's got much money here right now. Except maybe the brigands. Well, we're not a brigand. He's not a brigand, so makes sense we're both poor. Cash. There's honest work up at the beggar's castle. Baron's castle. Not my castle. I don't have one. But begging's my business. Wait, there's work? You can get a job cleaning the stable, I understand. But it's great if you want to build up muscles or have a place to spend the night. But you won't get rich. I'd rather beg myself. Okay, so he's having a hard time getting money because there's no one trading, so there's no one giving him money. Ignoring the fact that he's off the main path. There is work, but he'd rather beg for spare change. Okay, maybe Vexx isn't the dumbest person in this game. I'm Vexx. Who are you? Oh, my name is Sam. I've lived here for about 5 years now, and I think I'll be heading on once the pass clears the snow. There's supposed to be some good begging towns to the south. Nice talking to you. Alms! Alms for the poor! Where's south? Oh, heard Samaria's a good place to be. It's by the sea. I think I'll head there after this. I'm saying about the beginning of a lot of people stalking today. Anyway, both Sam and Samaria, will come into play in a later quest for glory. But that's later. This is now. Okay, let's ask about Spielburg. Understand this used to be a great place to be. Traders coming in and out, tourists coming and going. Perfect begging conditions. Things were starting to dry up about the time I got here. Just my luck. The brigands started getting tough. About time to get back to work. Alms for the poor, alms! He's gonna make us pay him again to talk, isn't he? Let's just bite the bullet. Alright, he already said those two things. Now, traders? Traders used to stop here on the way south to pick up barrels of some special cider made by a guy named Amblin. Tourists? Tourists used to come here regularly for Spielburg Cider Festival. After the cider industry closed, not much point for the festival without the cider part. Cider? What that? I heard Amblin got scared of the brigands and decided to move away. I still remember the taste of his cider. It was so good. It was called Amblin Entertainment from Spielberg. Okay. I do not recall if there's any mention of this Amblin in later games or not, or if it's just a interesting piece of lore in this one. Anyway, let's continue about luck. I have lots of luck, and it's all bad. Brigands. Rumor has it someone smart took over, organized them, trained them. That sort of thing, maybe. Nowadays, no one's safe outside of town. Up to that time, the brigands were just pains in the they were dumb guys who sometimes tried to beat up traders outside of town. You know, you're looking about their speed there, boy. They sure hurt business. No one's getting rich but them. Okay, well, we already asked about the brigands, so let's talk about night. It gets dark. I remember when people used to stroll around town after dark. There's a spell on Spielberg so that it glows at night. Now the only people out late are the thieves. And out of town, man, you don't dare be out there without a light when the sun goes down. The night gaunts will get you. Oh, really? Okay. One more silver, I think we're only giving him. Okay. Anyway, he did mention a spell. I think that's the same spell that Zara and I believe Wolfgang mentioned. The one Arana put around the town. So let's ask him about whatever these gaunts were. Nobody's ever lived to talk what the night gaunts are. I sure don't want to find out. Let's see if he knows any information about this spell. I've heard talk that there's some kind of magic that keeps things peaceful around here. Folks just don't feel like fighting in town. Except maybe Crusher. Kinda wonder what about this alley sometimes, though. Feels funny. Sort of like the spell missed it. It's dark at night, too. Huh. So this alley, there's the spell may have missed. Well, didn't Zara mention that it's darker places that the spell doesn't touch? Which makes sense if this valley is darker. Or alley, not valley. Okay, let's ask him about Crusher. We heard about him. He's a goon, I believe. He works at the tavern. Lives up to his name. Alright, what about thieves? Maybe he knows something about the Thieves Guild in town here. I'm not usually bothered by them, since I don't have much to steal. They're around, though. It's not safe to sleep in the streets at night. Outside you get eaten. Inside you get robbed. Oh, that's perfect. Mental note. Sleep at the inn. Alright, I think that's all we need from him. There's nothing more to talk to. Oh, a word of warning. Don't drink the dragon's breath. Dragon's breath? I wonder what that is. What time of day is it, by the way? It's mid-afternoon on day one. Alright. So, why don't we go into the tavern here? The grimy window lets little light into the tavern. It smells like stale ale and other more unpleasant things. The floor is covered with dirt, and the bar with sticky beer. Okay. Smoke appears to be rising from the center cask behind the bar. To your right, two gamblers are playing cards. The bartender glares at you as you enter. So does the ugly goon to the left. You get the impression that you are not welcome. Okay, I think that goon to our left is probably Crusher. Apparently not the friendliest fellow. Oh, that cask in the middle. That sure looks like a dragon's head, doesn't it? Betcha that's the dragon's breath. Hey, those two guys playing cards. They kind of look like a baker, and I'm guessing the other one's a butcher. Aren't they supposed to be fishing? Let's go talk to them. Okay, let's ask about the butcher's shop. There's not a lot of meat in town for the meat a butcher these days. Now, if someone would just bring down that stag in the forest. Got any 908s? What about these cards? They're cards. They've been very, very good to me. Go fish. Okay, he asked for 908s. How big is this deck? Got any 730s? What's your name? I'm Butch Beefmeister, the Butcher. With a name like that, I think your profession was decided for you a long time ago. Go fish. Okay. What about fish? Oh, they've gone fishing. Oh, I see. It's a very silly pun. There's a river to the south by the Flying Falls, which is some good-sized trout. Got any 68s? Oh, just a big-ass deck. Let's ask the baker about the bakery. I haven't any supplies. Since the brigands closed off the area, the bakery will reopen as soon as I have some. Let's just ask his name. He's probably going to say the cards aren't be good for him. He's going to mention the fish. Okay, what's your name? I'm Silas Sourdough, the baker. Oh, they picked the right professions, I'd say. What's this on the ground here? I pick up the note. I read it. B. He's starting to get suspicious. Hold off on a meeting for a bit. But I'll keep you posted by these notes. B. Okay. So, there's some secretive going on. Can we put it? Okay, there we go. I put the note back. Better to be safe than sorry, right? Okay, let's take a seat. Be sit good. What do you want? Oh, he's pretty. Let's talk. I get no response. I'm not even talking to myself anymore. Well, I don't think we're good. I don't think we want any booze. So let's just go. Anyway, I think that's all we have in town for now. Let's actually head out. Well, it's always the inn, but let's go there later. Before we head out of town, let's check our stats. Somehow our intelligence went up. Guess being dumb kind of pays off sometimes, maybe? Our stealth is at 61 now. Now let's head out of town. Oh, here we are, outside of town. The breeze is cool, but you feel a cool chill. You feel I can't talk. But you feel a shiver down, deeper than just the cold. You really are on your own in a very dangerous place. At least it's not a library. Vexx will not get overwhelmed. Let's go this way, because I believe the healer's place up here. Oh, yeah. The bright smell of fresh herbs mingles with the aroma of wood smoke as you come up to the hut by the side of the road. Yeah. That's probably the healer's hut. After all. Let's see, what does this say? Well kept, the house looks cheery and well kept. It has the sign of the healer above the entrance. So, yeah, definitely healer. Hey, pretty birdie. The creature looks more like a small lizard than a bird. Oh, it's a lizard, not a bird. Okay. Oh, did you see that? Looked like a glint of gold or something in that nest. Well, there's only one way to get it, for us anyway. Let's try climbing this here tree. Oh, we're not very good. Alright, now one cool thing about this game is there are usually at least 3 ways to solve most of the puzzles. Convenient because there are 3 separate character classes. Climbing is probably one of the best ways for the thief. Another way is, if you remember with Zara, there was a spell called Fetch. As we're able to use magic, if we had that spell, we could do that this way. Alternatively, as a thief and the fighter, because the fighter doesn't start with the climbing skill like a thief does, we can get some rocks and throw the rocks at this nest, scaring off the poor lizard bird thing. Oh, how's our stats doing? Are we getting better climbing? Oh, climbing at 28. Stealth's at 65. Our luck's gone up a bit. Oh, our vitality's going up. That's good. As is our agility and strength. Well, that's good. Our stamina's getting a little low, so we might have to take a little nap in a bit. Oh, we made it! Oh, but we scared off the bird. Let's check our stats. Oh, our climbing got up to 30. Oh, and we just barely have stamina left. Oh, but it looks like our health may have gone up too, which is cool. Oh, just a quick word, real quick. You notice how above health it says experience. As far as I'm aware, that does nothing. So it might as well not be there. Let's see if we can navigate ourselves over there. Oh, 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 oh. Oops. We didn't make it. Remember what happened to Humpty Dumpty. That's what you get sometimes when you go out on a limb. Okay. Well, we don't think we have the stamina to climb back up yet. However, if we just take a quick rest. Look at that. I think we healed a little bit. Very little bit. And our stamina went up a bit. So we can go back to climbing the tree. Oh, looks like we got the right climbing skill, because that did it first try. Let's see if we'll be able to get the glowy thing. Carefully bend down and reach into the nest. Oh, we got it. Oh, it's a gold ring. Wasn't there a quest to get a gold ring for the healer? You take the ring and move carefully back along the limb. Made it. Now back down the tree. Alright, perfect. What time of day is it? Oh, wait, that's not what I meant to do. But, as you can see, our vitality went up some more, and so did our luck. At least, that's good. What time of day is it? The night is still young on day 1. Okay, it's nighttime. Remember what they said. It's probably best to go inside. Uh-oh, gate shut. Wonder if we can pick the lock to get in. Oh, nope, doesn't look like it. However, we can climb our way in if we had the skill. Now, oh, there we go. We're actually very close to having the skill for it, apparently. Yeah, we only needed 4 more points. It's up at 34 now. Which is decent. It's not great, but it's decent. And and our agility gone up to 31, which isn't bad. All right, let's continue sneaking over this way. Oh, remember how this door mentioned it had a simple lock, but we probably shouldn't have done anything with Hilda here. Let's try now. Oh. Picking locks looked a lot easier in the instruction book. So we just learned how to pick locks and the instruction manual from the famous adventurer. How's our lock picking skill looking? It's at 19. Oh, apparently that raises our intelligence too. So we might not be completely stupid by the end of this. But don't got any stamina, so maybe we should wait to continue this. Oh, wait, what's this in the alleyway? The place seems sinister at night. Some strange object is glowing at the other end of the alley. Money! Uh-oh. The coin-like spell gets them every time. See that dagger? Next one is centered at your back. You sneak there your cash and you walk out of here. It's simple trade. Your life for your money. Alright. Now these are thieves, obviously. And we're a thief too. There is a very easy way to show that we're thieves. All thieves know the special thief sign. You mean that the first victim we've had in months is a thief? Here I thought we finally gonna make some money. Tell Crusher that the pass is Schwartzfish. He's in the tavern. Now go before I forget you made the sign and make you pay anyway. Let's not test our luck and just go. Why don't we go talk to Crusher so we can actually go into the Thieves Guild? Boy, these two are sure spending their sweet time fishing. I think they've been in here all day. Let's talk to Crusher about the Thieves Guild. As I can tell you from experience, he doesn't talk. Except for, what's the password? We're gonna have to do this every time we want to go to the Thieves Guild. The password is Schwartzfish. I probably butchered that pronunciation, but yeah. Alright, we're down here. This dark, seedy place is less than you expected of a Thieves Guild. You feel uneasy about the sinister mood here. The man seated by the table greets you with a scowl. Crusher is his usual amicable self, and you can't quite make out what lurks behind the massive door. This door, the one with the bars. Beginners. Why do they keep giving me beginners? Oh, I should have gone into business with my brother Luigi instead of coming here. I tell you, Crusher, that a thief of my stature should be and ability should be stuck in this po-down town besieged by brigands who ain't even union members. It's the height of injustice. Oh, Luigi, why aren't you here helping me out? I'm your brother Mario. It'll cost you 25 silvers, I'll be nice, to work in town. Just pay Boris at the door. If you don't have the cash, go steal some. Alright. Oh, he's throwing... Looks like he throws knives. Alright. Now I said that we're going to talk to everyone in town this episode, but I think we'll end it here in the Thieves Guild. We'll talk with the Thieves Guild Master, Mario. No, I don't think that's his actual name. In the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope you have a great day.